Hello folks, so what I just want to do on this video is to show us like mostly the entry point into Microsoft Entra ID. For me, so the first thing I normally do when I want to run a project, especially a project that has to do with users and groups. So the first thing I do is to create my group. So I go to Entra ID and I look for groups there, and the first thing I do is to add a group, a new group, and a security group, of course, if you want to use it in Azure environment. And the name of the group is let me call it engineering. So we just give it a same engineering, and the membership is assigned. So let me look for somebody who could be an owner here. Select an owner if you want somebody to own it. Then for here, I will not put any member yet. I will just say, okay, create a group. So the next thing I would like to do after creating a group is to assign it users. So if I go to users, I create a new users as well. I want to create a new user. Okay, new user. I'll give it the complete name is Fox Run. Okay, I'll give it a password. So it should generate a password, and I'll go next. Go for the property, and I will just say Fox Run. Member, job title. I can just say IT technician, company. I just make it another thing. Another thing I can leave maybe for. So the next thing I want to do is assigned. So add to a group. I created a group the last time called engineering. So I can select that, and I can go to next. So next is review and create. So that is how to create a group and a user. So if you go back to, I'll give you some times, and if you do refresh, you'll be able to, so you can see the user I created, Foxrun. And if you open Foxrun, you'll be able to see that Foxrun actually belongs to a group called Technician. Okay, so it's a group member here. It belongs to engineering group. Okay, so that is that. So now I've created a group, a user and a group in Azure. So the next thing I want to show us is where X can you see? So let's go to, let me call it Entra ID. So I come to Entra ID. If I go to users, and you can see that I have a first run here. So I created this user actually from Azure Entra ID. But when I come to entra.microsoft.com, I can still see it. That is to tell you that whichever entry point you use to access this particular service, you still have the same thing. So let me go to Microsoft 365 admin. If I go to users here, so if you look at it, if you come to Microsoft 365 admin center and you do under user, you do active users. You see, let me do guest users, then let me do active. So you see the first one I created. So the point in this video is that when you create a user or a group, in Azure environment, you can as well access it in Microsoft Entra ID dedicated entry point like a URL. You can go to Microsoft 365 admin. You can see there. So these are 3 entry points where you can access and perform a user and group implementation and some other things that are related to Entra ID. So the point I'm trying to make is that Entra ID can be accessed from Azure, and it can be accessed from Entra ID dedicated URL, and also from Microsoft 365 admin center. Okay, thank you.